What's going on, everybody? In this video I'm going to show you how to get your exhaust header, your exhaust pipe, muffler, whatever you want to call it, the whole thing, and your rubber components looking brand spanking new. See how this one is all old? I mean, it looks all really old and it's all faded. You can barely see the decals or the writing on it. And the rubber is kind of like a darkish looking color, and it's kind of hard. Okay, we're going to show you how to turn it from this into this. Notice how much shinier, more chrome looking and silver looking the header is. Notice how much shinier the exhaust pipe is. And now you can actually see the Traxxas writing on the pipe. And notice how the blue rubber components are way more bluer, and they're softer and they're prettier. I'm going to show you how to completely restore your exhaust step by step, and what I do and what I use. What we're going to be needing, only if you got rubber components on your exhaust, like this exhaust has a blue exhaust coupler and a exhaust tip. We're going to be using this 3-in-1 rubber seal conditioner. This rejuvenates rubber parts. It makes them last longer, and it keeps them from dry rotting. So we're going to be using this, some spray rubbing alcohol, a little plastic bowl, some fine grit sandpaper. This is like 2000 grit, I believe. A drill, Mother's aluminum mag and polish, and this Dremel polishing starter kit. I got all this from Walmart. Every bit of this came from Walmart. You don't have to have this if you don't want to. All it is a little polishing wheel that goes on the end of a drill. And it makes polishing way better and faster. But if you don't have a drill or this polishing wheel, you can just use a rag or paper towel. So let me get ready and I'll get back to you. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the exhaust pipe and the header pipe off. Remove the fuel line. Loosen up the grub screw that holds the muffler on. I've already clipped the zip ties off that was holding it on, and the zip ties that holds the tip off. I've already got all that off. And then just pull it off. Next, I'm going to remove the exhaust header pipe. And I'm going to set this nitro RC to the side. We're done with it. Okay, so go ahead and get your little bowl, or you can use a paper towel or a rag and lay these on the paper towel or rag. First of all, we're going to get our alcohol, and we're going to spray both of them. And whatever rubber components your RC has, spray your rubber components with the alcohol and rub it in real good. And rub it in real good, and then get you a clean rag or a clean paper towel or clean cloth and dry them off. So now we're going to dry it off. You got to get it completely dry. There can't be no alcohol left on it or it won't work. It'll mess up the next step we're going to be doing. Okay, now that they're dry, I got alcohol in my bucket. Got to clean the bucket out with whatever you're going to be laying it on. Stick all your rubber components inside there, and take your 3-in-1 rubber seal conditioner and spray all over them. Make sure it gets all over them on the inside and the outside. Now stick this to the side and let it sit and soak for a while. Next, get your nitro pipe and go ahead and get your alcohol and spray it down. And wipe it off real good. Get it completely dry. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, the first step to making your exhaust pipe look brand new is any kind of dents, scratches, or hard stuck material like this right here is road rash. We're going to have to sand that down and make it flush again, because it's such a deep scratch you can't fill that in with polish. So we're going to have to sand that out. So get your fine grit sandpaper and just start sanding on it. Sand on it until you get it down flush. So you can see I got a little ways to go, so I'll get back with you when I'm done. Okay, you can see I've sanded it down all the way where there's no more cracks or no more scratches in it. It's perfectly smooth and flush. Now I'm going to take my sandpaper and go around this area right here where there's dried up gunk and nitro grease just like stuck on there. So I'm going to go around that with my sandpaper, and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so you can see I went around and got all that hardcore stuff off. And I've looked over the pipe pretty well. I don't see any more deep scratches or dents. That looks like some scratches, but it's not. It's just part of the anodizing that's wore down and not good. Actually, there's some right there. Let me get them real quick. Okay, I got them deep scratches out. You can see it looks better. There's still some tiny ones, but that's okay. I can't go down any further with the sand. I can't sand it no more because it's eating into the pipe. But, okay, after we do that, we're going to once again spray it down with alcohol and wipe it off because there's going to be dust from sanding. So get all the dust off and wipe it down and dry it. Get off. You got to make sure that all the alcohol is dried off here. So I'll be back in just a few. Alright, after we get the pipe nice and dried off and cleaned, once again with alcohol, now we're going to get our drill. And we're going to get our polishing starter kit. And remember guys, I got all this stuff I'm using from Walmart. Even the drills and stuff. They all came from Walmart. So get the holder out that holds the polishing pad. Get it out. And I'm going to be reusing this polishing pad I've already started using. And it's got screw threads on the end of it, and all you do is just screw it into the center of the polishing pad. I'm going to stick my new ones back in the box. And go ahead and put it on your drill. Then get your mag and aluminum polish. I use Mother's. You can use any other brand you want as long as it's aluminum polish. And I'm going to dip my polishing wheel inside the polish. Or if you're going to be using a rag, you can get the rag and do it and just dip it in. And then smear it all over the pipe. You can do it all. I'll suggest doing this in sections, so you can hold it by this side and smear it in on this side, and then just slowly put pretty good, not a whole lot, because you'll burn your polishing pad up, but just bear down a little bit, putting a little bit of pressure on it while you hit the trigger on your drill, spinning it over. And you want to go in sections. You see, when the polishing putty, when it gets black like that, that means it's good, it's working. And once you get it real black in one area, move on to the next area till you got this whole section looking black. So I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to get back with you when I'm done. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whole pipe. But if you're going to be using a rag, just bear down and rub it in real hard till it turns black like that. So I'll be back with you when I'm done. Okay, as you can see, I got the pipe all completely done. I polished all over the whole entire pipe, and most of the polish wound up on my hand after I got done. And it took me about 25 minutes to do the whole entire pipe. So now what you want to do is get you a clean microfiber rag. If you use paper towels, it'll take a lot of paper towels. So just get you a clean rag, or clean microfiber rag works the best. And go ahead and start rubbing it and getting all that black polish off. As you can see, it's already looking really awesome. So rub it until you get all the black grease off, or all the black polish off. Now that I got most of it off, let me get my hand clean. Make sure your hand's clean from the black grease. Go ahead and get you another clean rag and bear down while you're rubbing it. Bear down while you rub the grease, the rest of the, because trust me, the more you bear down and rub this off, the shinier it's going to get, and it'll look like a mirror. Because once you use that one rag to start wiping the black polish off, it gets all over the rag, and you're basically like smearing it back into the pipe, so it won't look as good. So get two rags and clean the most of it off with the first rag, then move on to the second rag, and then go over the pipe one more time. Okay, now look how shiny and good it is now. Look, there's no more black stuff on there. Where I sanded down those scratches, you can barely tell they were there. It looks really great. It looks real nice. It's real shiny. So it looks great. So job well done. Now next is going to be really important. You need to make sure your exhaust is not packed or not stopped up with the putty, so get you something and stick in there, and then get you a smaller thing and stick in the inlet for the primer hose for the fuel tank hose. Go ahead and stick it in there and unclog that port. Make sure there's none inside the exhaust pipe. And we're basically done with that. So there we go. Next, going to move on to the header. You see how it's the header. I'm not going to really go over how to do it because it's pretty much the same process. Clean it with alcohol, then go over it with the aluminum polish, and it'll come out looking great. I'm in a hurry, so I'm not going to do this one on video for you, but it's the same process as that. And lastly, we can go back to our rubber parts. Look how much bluer and better they are now, and much softer from soaking in that rubber seal conditioner. They look brand new again. They look awesome. They feel much nicer. They look much nicer. That stuff causes them to swell just a tad, so they fit tighter. They're a more snug and tighter fit. They're not as loose as they once was. So there we go, guys. We got us a brand new exhaust setup. Looks great, and it don't take that much time. It don't take that much money. So yeah, there you go.